Welcome to the Roundtable, first episode of 2024. So glad that you guys are here, even if you're not tapped in yet. Once you tap in, please hit the like because we want to acknowledge you and, say hello, say thank you for being here. Let's just kick it off and bring everyone in. We're going to start talking about our new year, how we brought it in. Hey, Drina. Shout out to Drina's Haven and congrats, sis. I saw that you hit your 1,000 mark and I am loving your videos you're posting with the jokes you're doing. You are hilarious. You're brave, girl. Okay, let's bring in the co-host. Let's see. Hello, sister. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
As always. Good. I'm glad to be here.
I know, I missed you.
Yes, I missed you too. It's so good to see everyone's faces.
You know.
And let's bring in. There he is. How are you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Denise? Hey, Jen, how you doing? Happy New Year to both of you ladies.
New Year.
Thank you. Good to see you. Happy New Year. I'm excited to see you guys and looking forward.
It's been a minute, huh?
Yeah, it has, right? With the holidays and everything that's going on. It's been a minute. So I'm glad to jump into it and see you guys. But, well, let's just kick it off with Denise. How was your New Year? What did you do? How did you bring it in?
My New Year was cool. We had my girls and their guys over and cooked up some food, little snacks here and there. And yeah, we just waited to the countdown. We always watch Ryan Seacrest.
Oh, really? Okay. Is that who does it on the channel that it used to be? What was the older guy's name? I'm sorry to.
What was his name?
Dick Clark? Who did it?
Yeah.
Dick Clark was the original one, but Ryan Seacrest is the guy that does it.
Okay.
Sorry. Hold on.
Shout out Poppy's Pet. Yeah, so that's cool. Yeah. You guys watch the ball drop. Happy New Year, the City 18. Shout out to you.
Hello,
of course, you hear all the sounds outside and stuff like that. So that was the scary part.
I bet you guys you're basic compared to where I'm at, you're in the city, so you probably get a lot of noise, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yep. That was it. And we had a good Christmas too, just here with my girls, and my mom, sadly, again, she stood home and stuff like that. But I went to see her. Melvin had like 2 weeks off. He goes back on this Friday.
Oh, nice. He got a nice little vacation there.
Yeah, like 2 weeks.
Yeah, and quit sending him back to work, Denise, so quick.
Right?
He's done everything that needs to be done. Oh, he didn't clean the duck. What are they called? The ducks?
Oh, you're throwing him out there, huh? You gotta
get out there.
Got that honey-do list ready.
Okay.
He's almost done.
That's right. Hey, Big D, how are you? Saludos. And Drunken Chef. Hey, how are you? Says what up?
Happy New Year,
brother. New Year, guys.
Happy New Year. So glad to see all of you guys. And I'm praying that everyone is well and looking forward to. I feel like this is going to be a very successful, happy New Year, you guys. I just feel it. I don't know. And I
feel the same way.
Do you? Okay, good. Well, there's our confirmation. We're in agreement.
The same way.
That's right. Amen. How was your New Year, House? How did you bring?
My New Year's was watching G. Lou and Lena Lokes and what's his name?
Yes.
Big D. Yeah. And until I got cut off. And then I'm like, oh man. So I guess there had another one I've seen afterwards that they had a part 2. So I was winding down. I've been busy like more than I've ever been busy, man. And it's like there's not one day that goes by that I'm not busy,
That's cool.
So I was just here chilling. My kids, they're doing better now. My grandkids and everybody. Christmas time, it was like a, what do you call that? A video kind of thing for me because the Seaver was around and my other daughter just had a baby. And then on the 24th, she had to take her back in the hospital, but then she got out okay. She came out good. And other than that, just keeping busy,
Yeah.
That's cool.
Being busy.
Yeah, that. You look different without the shades. house.
I don't think he heard you. Yeah.
What happened?
You look different without your shades.
Who do I look like?
We can see you now.
Can you
Last
see
time,
me though?
yeah, we can see you. We can see. Last time we talked, I think that's what you had left off on, is the baby was going to be induced the following day. So
Yeah, and she was, and then she had a C-section, and then after that, the baby was jaundiced real bad, so they had her in for until Friday, and then she came out, and then she had to go back in because she kind of felt like the baby wasn't doing good, so she went to the hospital on the 24th, Christmas Eve, and then got back. I had a visitor, Crust came by, and one of my friends came up from down here. We had some menudo on Christmas Eve.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That sounds so good.
Yes, that's what's up. Nothing like bringing in a brand new baby right before Christmas. That is a blessing.
She's beautiful, and I told her. Remember, I told you I had a dream about her when she was like 3 years old.
Yeah.
She'd be real light skinned and everything. And I'm looking at her; she's real light skinned too.
What a little cutie pie. That's such a blessing. Such a blessing. My New Year's was quiet, you guys. It was, I mean, it normally is around here, but it just, I felt like it was any other day pretty much, other than the day before. New Year's Eve is always special because that's my daughter Ella's birthday. So
Right. Happy birthday.
I always thank you. She turned 19 this year, and she's doing good and working. I'm very proud of her. And I always tease her. I always say, she's like, man, I bet you were wishing, when I was born that I would be the first baby of New Year's. You know what I mean? People have,
yeah.
I'm like, no, actually, you were my tax break baby. I had a good refund that year. So that was a blessing. I always tease her like that, but so shout out to Ella and happy birthday.
Shout out to Denise. I mean, Gilu. I'm sorry,
Yes,
Gilu. Hey, should I put my glasses on though, or what?
I think so.
Either way, you look good. Whatever you're comfortable
Put my
with.
glasses on? No, you know what? I got it so where I can see it now. I changed things around, man, and so everything's cool and I can see everything. And
okay. Hey, Mrs. Chicano too.
I don't need my glasses.
All right, well that's
Happy New Year, Miss Chicano too.
She was January 1st. Oh, that's cool, Miss Queen. Happy birthday to your daughter too.
Yes, that's right. I saw that you had posted that, your beautiful daughter. Okay, so our kids are like around the same age. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday to her. Cool. That's so cool.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. All the January birthdays. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Melvin's birthday's coming up, the 11th.
Whose birthday?
My husband's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any plans, or are you guys gonna?
We always have a little party for him. I always have a little party for him.
Nice.
I know, right?
Yeah, just a few family members over and cake. He's such a kid at heart still.
Oh, really?
So
that's cool.
He opens presents.
Yeah. That's cool. A lot of birthdays.
I kind of go off the things that he didn't get. He's watching now, probably, but I kind of go off the things that he didn't get for Christmas.
There you go. That makes it that's a good time, like when it's at least a week or two after Christmas. You know what I mean? Because then you can plan, like you said, the things he didn't get, and you can throw it in there and get it. Hey, Jojo.
Yeah, Jojo, I'm gonna hire you to be the life party.
Right? Yeah. So that's one thing, like with Ella's birthday being on New Year's Eve, she's always like, man, I feel like I get gypped. Like it's Christmas right before. People normally forget, when your birthday's close to Christmas, a lot of people overlook your birthday. So I feel like it's important we give them a little extra love,
Yeah. Yeah. December babies are hard. It's sad.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, thank you, G. Lou. Hey, a young man. I'm an old guy here, brother.
Yeah. I know you don't look the same.
Looks good.
Do I look different? No.
Right. That's right, Mrs. Chicano too. We got to get together and chop it up too, girl. We got to talk behind the scenes for sure. For sure. That's right. Looking like a young man. See, house. There you go. You got a compliment there.
If you only knew.
On Valentine's Day, Chris?
This old man.
No, it's
Is January 14th Valentine's? Or is it the 6th?
No, February.
February.
Oh, in February. Oh, okay. My bad.
You're jumping ahead, sis.
I know.
That's probably a good day for you, huh? I bet your honey it spoils you.
Valentine's? She already has Valentine's up. I gotta take a picture. And
Oh my gosh! Come on.
I came home from the store and everything was clean. There was no tree.
Wow.
No ornaments, no nothing. It was crazy, and I was like, and then he put up the Valentine stuff. I was like,
so he did that. Wow, Melvin, you're out here making all these other vatos look bad. They got a lot to
learn. They got a whole
right.
lot to
Take
learn.
notes, gentlemen. That's what's shout out to him.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, so let's see. I saw that you had seen one of the things I was thinking about too. There was a huge earthquake that happened in Japan, right?
Yes, it was.
I don't know if anyone else saw the video footage that was on some different websites, but it looks scary.
Yeah, I did.
Wasn't it 7.5, right?
I think it 7.6 from what I had read. Yeah.
Right.
That's crazy.
And that carport being, did you see it just shake and the cars move? Yeah. And then when that strong jolt hit, did you see it kind of like move the floor?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was crazy.
Yeah, can you imagine being in a like House was saying, it's the video he's talking about. They were literally like in a carport, and it's over there. A lot of the buildings are built up high, right? So I'm sure there's many levels to it. Can you imagine just being on like something that's built that high and an earthquake happens? Of course, the first thing you're going to think is it's going to collapse, you know?
Yeah.
If you looked at the floor, it flexed like this a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, when I see things like that, it's like crazy, man. Because you never think that the concrete would flex, you know?
Like, yeah.
It's like a wave, like even the street,
you
know?
I saw that too. There was a tsunami warning over there as well. Yeah.
Yeah, they
houses
that
the ocean.
They what?
These were like right on the ocean. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's wild.
I mean, I guess it's nice to live like that, but shoot, when there's an earthquake and tsunami, forget it.
Right. That's one reason why, like, even right here, takes me 10 minutes without traffic to get to the beach. And I don't want to be any closer. I shouldn't be. That's something I need to work on, but I'm always thinking about the what ifs in life, you know, like I don't know about resolutions. We'll get into that next, but that's one of the things I need to kick back on is not worrying about the what ifs all the time.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Because we talk ourselves out of it. Because what if this? What if that? I have a book that I was reading, and it tells you about that, about stuff like that. You know, you have to change your mind thought. It's what is that thing? Then change the subject. TCTS. Then change the subject. You know, so you won't continuously think that. You know, because I was going to tell you, Jen. I seen that video you put of your turkeys out there, man.
I know, that was crazy.
You saw that, you guys?
Those are some big turkeys, man.
Hey, that was wild. I've always kind of grown up either like going back and forth between my mom and dad's like city and the county line, which I can be in the city part of Salinas. Mrs. Chicano too can vouch for me here. You can be in the country and 10 minutes later be in the like city part. So it's like, it's a smaller town, obviously, than LA or something. So, but my point being, I've seen a lot of like critters that you guys might not be familiar with. And for whatever reason, lately, I don't know if it's people building in their territory or whatever, but there has been some incidents with you saw the turkey video.
Yeah.
I had a situation the other night where 2-3 in the morning, I heard it and woke up, right? But there was like a group of coyotes and they were out there hunting. I don't know if you guys have ever heard coyotes, but after this after this episode, you guys go look up how do coyotes sound when it sounds terrifying. Like
Yeah,
when they're out there
I haven't heard them, but I seen
oh, thank you.
what do they call that? Not a herd, but
That's you.
a group of them just
Yeah.
running down the street. Because I used to drive a bus in an area where it was like a country kind of like, right?
Yes. Hey, Jessica.
And man, when I seen a pack of those running, they're crazy. They're fast too.
They're fast, right?
Yeah.
I know, it's crazy. Yeah, small towns, but so beautiful, filled with farms, mountains, yeah, and most breathtaking beaches. Yes, we are blessed with all of that within a close, close proximity.
Hello,
So,
Mayla.
how are you, amiga? So there's been all kinds of like situations where the wildlife is coming down onto my actual property. And it's just so weird because maybe someone in the comments can tell me the name or us the name. There was a movie I watched on Netflix, okay? And it's just so weird. I'm not going to give it away in case anybody watches it. But happy girl, how are you? This movie is a trip. It's almost like one of those movies where it's kind of implying some of the things that are really happening in the world and / government issues. You know what I mean? But one of the things that happens in this movie is the animals, the wildlife, all for some reason are like coming up to the houses or up to people and just there.
Yeah, they're not even afraid, dude.
So when that happened the other day, the first thing I had just watched that movie like 3 days before. And I was like, man, tell me this is not a good time to be stressing me out like that, because you got to see the movie to know what I'm talking about. But it's wild.
Let's go.
Hey, those turkeys were big, Jen.
Okay, so you felt like that too, right? It wasn't just me.
Yeah, they look pretty good size, man.
Yeah. The one when I first went around the corner that was standing up, he was like tall. I feel like he would have been up to here if I would have got close enough. And then my daughter, she's like, Mom, you're crazy. Why did you chase them off? Like they could have turned on you. I didn't even think about that until after.
Now that would have been a good video right there.
Yeah, thanks. That would have been my first viral video. Yeah.
Yeah, they were big. There was a lot of them. Did you count them?
A lot, right? I didn't know. They ran off into the woods, and who knows what happened to them. Maybe the coyotes had a good meal that night. I don't know, but that was crazy. I'm trying to find
what it's called. Leave the World Behind.
Yes, that one. That's the movie.
Miss Chicana, she's on it. She knows.
Yeah.
Killer mutant turkeys.
Right? That's the movie I had watched like just a day or two before. 3 days at the most. So if you guys watch it, you'll understand what I mean. That was crazy. There we go.
Write that down.
That one. You guys got it right. E-Vision, how are you? Happy New Year's.
D-Vision.
Good to see you. Always.
Upstate from Meadow.
Happy New Year, Upstate.
Yeah.
Happy girl. Happy 1977 girl.
Good to see everyone.
So good.
Killer mutant turkeys for real, right? It was a trip seeing them out there, but yeah, hopefully they just keep their distance. Now, I don't think I'll go chasing them. I mean, I wasn't exactly chasing them. I was just trying to record little footage of them, but
we have coyotes walking by. They picked up one of my neighbor's cats, man.
I know.
He went crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, so we have those we gotta watch out for.
What? It's programming. There you go. They produced it? No way. That's wild. That's crazy. I gotta like, you guys know, I don't even want to get into like the whole thing, but the whole Epstein whatever, supposedly like they're finally going to release the flight
or whatever. They didn't do that yet? They didn't release it yet?
No, I don't think they did. If they did, I did not catch all of the.
Well, okay.
But I think that it's going to be out any day now. It supposedly is going to really, yeah. Okay, there she said it. That's what I had read also. Clinton is on the list. That's going to be a trip.
Probably every politician's on the list, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I bet.
That's crazy to see it, right? They're releasing
But
it.
what money, what people will do for money and what money would make people do,
Right.
Yeah.
And that's another crazy thing. That movie, I know that you guys had talked about it on, your hubby talked about it a while back, that movie, The Sound of Freedom, Miss Chicano too.
Yeah.
And I finally watched that the other day too. And that's a hard watch, but it's very, I feel like it's very relevant to these times and very realistic. So that's another. Prince Andrew, was on there. I can't stand him. I'm sorry. I just have to say it. Prince Andrew is such a weasel. He's such a jerk. Yeah. Like I've seen footage of him in the interviews and stuff, and he just gives me, how some people just give you that feeling like they're grimy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What Miss Chicana said.
Yeah, vote with intelligence, not your feelings.
Yes. Hey, GCR. How are you, girl?
I think everybody's gonna go on their feelings with this one too, but hopefully it's the right choice. We need some stabilization.
It's crazy, man. This world has gone mad.
That's even more reason why we got to make sure, like within our own selves and our own home, we're good. You know what I mean? We're prayed up. We got it together. Like we can't be manipulated, our thoughts and how we believe and all that. Like we've got to make sure we're.
Hey, man, put God first, man. Put God first, man. That's it. Period.
Always.
No matter what happens,
Yeah, absolutely.
Happy New Year's, Gia, Sierra, Sarah.
Yeah. Anyways, what else? Shoot, I was gonna bring up something and I forgot.
Okay, let me know when you.
Oh, I think I sent it to you, Jen. When you get pulled over, you can't.
Little Spanx days. Spanx.
Tell you, like they can't tell you why they pulled you over.
That's a really good topic to bring up, sis, because that is in California. That's relevant to most of us here. So how well, I don't know if but most of us have been pulled over at least for speeding or something. So before we would, of course, like most of us, hey Spanx, would ask, hey, why not hey, but officer, why am I being pulled over? Something like that. And before they would not have to give us an answer, right? Or reply to us.
Yeah.
So now I need to read through like the entire thing, but it said that they have to respond to us. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah.
That's the reason as to why, instead of like, they don't have to answer. Now we're supposed to be told why we're being pulled over.
Yeah.
God is the greatest. That's right.
There's so many
bad guys out there that are, well, you know what I'm saying. The people that are going to stir up the pot still,
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. But that is something like for me, like obviously I'm following the rules and law for the most part. I would like to be able to know that I can ask, why am I being pulled over?
That's true. That's true.
And not in a cocky or like, I don't come, of course, like if I'm getting pulled over, I'm not coming off in that kind of way at all. I'm not looking for trouble. But
one thing, Jen, is when you get pulled over by a police officer, you shouldn't have to fear for your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you shouldn't have to.
You have rights,
You shouldn't have to. But sadly, there are a lot of people, and sadly, there's a select group of people that really do have to fear for their lives. And I'm not saying that all cops are that way, but there are some that have put a bad taste in the mouth of the public for what's been captured on film, on video. And that affects how a lot of people view police as a total. And that's, like I said, it's not all situations, but it is a real thing.
Aww.
Hey, Joker, I'm going to keep your niece in my prayers, brother.
Sure, man.
Yes.
That's
your niece is a 6-year-old daughter, her daughter. I'm going to keep her in prayers, brother.
Oh, wow. I haven't seen that comment yet. Can you read it if you...
Yeah, it says, familia, I got some bad news. Saturday, my niece, 6-year-old 6-year-old daughter had a tumor in her brain. It's cancer. Can I get prayers both for us? So
Hey,
yes, I'm gonna give you some prayer. I'm gonna pray for her.
that's
Joker.
right. That's right, Joker. We're praying against that, right? You know, and do you mind if it's okay, if you want to give us her name, we can all put her on our prayer list. If not, we can make just a silent prayer. And absolutely, we're praying that that is healed in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Sure. Yeah.
Amen. That's right.
You know,
I
prayer
don't know if
works.
you
Guys.
That's right. I've seen,
Yeah.
you know,
You know, in my
that's
church, a lot of people been coming down with cancer. You know, my
Mhm.
pastor came down with cancer, and now he's doing fine. You know, he had to go in there. He wanted to nip it like that. You know, and he did, and he's got good results right now, man. Good results. He's still recovering, but he's doing good. You know.
yeah. This is your pastor, you said?
Yeah, my pastor. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And there's a few people right now that got it in there, man. So
Mhm.
it's crazy, but we keep on praying for them. If God's will be done, and that's all.
Amen. You know, I've witnessed, and that's one thing that I want to be more vocal about going forward. And I have witnessed miracles. Like, you know, my grandmother who is with the Lord now is this, and this is not the reason why, but she had been diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer way back. So when my oldest daughter was a newborn, this all happened like
Mariah,
so crazy. But she lived, you know what I mean? And she was like, no doctor even wanted to operate on her. They all told her, make your peace. You have no percentage, no chance. It was like 2%, one doctor gave her, but nobody would operate on her. They said, you smoked for over 50 years. This is your fate. Accept it.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know what? Praise God. She was operated on. She had an entire lung removed, but she lived her life. I'm not even kidding you guys. Like, she was not on oxygen 24/7. She used it when she needed it, but she lived her life for over 20 years after that.
wow.
And we were blessed to have her. She had been, and she was, you know what I mean? All my kids were blessed to have known her and her love and prayers for us the way I did.
Yeah.
So
That's
I'm
right.
so grateful to God for that miracle. So we are praying for Mariah and that she receives complete healing.
Definitely, definitely. I had a friend, Jen, that he went through stage 4 cancer. They took his kidney, part of his liver, his lung, and everything. He's still going. And he,
Yeah.
he says it's not quality. I mean, no, it's not quantity, it's quality. He got to the status where they says, there's nothing else we can do for you. So he stopped chemo. He's not taking chemo no more. So, and he's doing well. He's still moving. He has his days, don't get me wrong, but he's still moving. He's still traveling, doing what he's doing, living his life.
That's right.
That's right, Jojo.
Strange days. Good to see you, brother. That's right. That's something that I feel like we need to speak more of. Even if, hey, Michael, good to see you. I know you speak a lot about a lot of miracles and stuff too on your um, channel and stuff. So I'm glad you're here. But yeah, speak about more of the positive that we see. There's always going to be negative, but I feel like if we start sharing more of the positive things and more of the miracles and blessings, I think that can go a long ways and encourage each other.
Yeah.
Thank you, Strange
That's
Days.
right.
And that's okay. Let's get into this next part here. Everybody, every year, we're always hearing about what is your New Year's resolution, right? And I feel like that's basically what people ask you right away, right? The following day, you pretty much expect to hear that.
Yeah.
I am curious. Do you guys believe in making New Year's resolutions? And if so, why or why not? Can you elaborate?
Please. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Because I don't do resolutions. I just think that, that you can do that any time of the year. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like I just feel that way. Like you can do it any time of the year. Why do it on the first of the year? I mean, understand it's the first day of the year, but
Yeah.
you know, it's just like, and then people do it. I've seen people like make them, and then halfway through, it's like, forget it. They don't even, they forgot.
That's absolutely true, man. That's why I don't make New Year's resolutions, but I do try to do something different. Change is good. Now, I'm understanding change is good,
Yeah.
and so, and not only that, I set goals, and I'm setting some goals, because when I make those, oh, I'm gonna lose weight or this and that, I don't really do it.
Yeah.
But I'm setting small goals, and accomplishing those goals is what I'm doing.
Yeah, I like the way you said that because I feel the same thing. Like every time in the past when I had spoke out, I feel like I almost set myself up for failure by saying, here's my New Year's resolution and putting it out there. For some reason, I don't know if it's just like the subconscious or whatever, or like placebo effect of saying it out loud. I feel like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But I don't believe in wishful thinking resolutions. I believe in declaring in faith every single day. Okay. That I can, yes, I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a good one right there.
Right.
Thank God for every breath, every morning that you wake up,
Right.
Yep.
That's right.
Hey, strange days. It's going well. Strange days. On my side, everything I'm on it right now. It's going good.
There we go.
Can you believe it's 2024, you guys? In 4 years, it'd be 2028.
That's so weird.
If you think about it like that, like, damn, it's gonna be.
Hey, I'll be 60 this year.
That's what's up. That's amazing.
Wow.
You don't even look 60. Like,
damn.
Melvin too. I'm 50. I'm gonna be, whatever his age, and I don't want to say.
Yeah, but I'm 21 and sticking to it, huh?
That's right. That's right. That's amazing. Well, thank God for every day. Yeah. Every day is a gift. That's right. God is good. One of the things that I don't want to make resolutions technically, but there are things I want to accomplish. Let me just say that. And one of the things I would like to accomplish this year, I don't even want to say I'm going to accomplish. Yes. Okay. Let me just get real. Put it out there. I'm going to go on an airplane. Like I am going to, because that's one of my past fears or whatever, because of a bad experience. So
you got this, Jen. You got it.
Right? Okay. Thank you.
Where are you going?
Light me up. I've got to do it because I've got to come down that way for events going forward. And I've got to go visit my son, and I've got to get over my previous fear of flying. So that's something that I would definitely throw out there. Like, I'm not going to say it's a resolution, but it's something that I am going to overcome this year.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's good. This year, like every year, I just want to see my daughters prosper and what they do, And always. I'm so blessed to have them. Like, they love what they do. They love their job. Like, who loves their job,
Yeah, that alone's a blessing.
So that is cool. My daughter's traveling for her job soon. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm kind of nervous about that, but anyways.
Yeah, we'll be in prayer about that as well, Denise. Yeah. Miss Chicano too, I have not heard of that. Maybe you can fill me in about what that's all about.
EFT tapping.
Message me, yeah. Let me know. I'm down for it.
Is that where they take you to the seat and then you have no choice?
No. I don't know about all that.
Hey, get the duct tape out.
Right? You're doing this. Some of the what is it where they go, they put them like in the harness and they push them down to go like flying through the sky. Those little rides. Oh, I would always think if someone pushed
Hey,
me,
sometimes, Jen, I see these things where this person's like in their 90s or whatever, or 100, and they're jumping out of a plane.
yeah,
Heck no.
That,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
that's like,
That's
wow.
on the bucket list, right?
right. Hey, brother, you hear my ranas out there? I was going to
Like
ask you guys,
frogs in the house.
can you
Wow.
hear my frogs out there right outside my window?
Aw.
It's raining here. It just started raining like a little bit ago.
Is it raining over there, Jen?
Yeah, yeah. It
Supposed to
just
rain tomorrow over here.
is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and how you hear? Yeah.
Mhm.
EFT tapping.
EFT.
We gotta get Miss Chicana on here. There's no way you have a.
I know we've got to do that. And now that the holidays are
You don't have that stream thing, huh?
yeah, whenever if anyone wants to jump on, they can always jump on. But we need to plan a segment where we
Oh,
have her on as well. But it's open. If anyone wants to jump on, let me know, guys, and I'll drop the link.
Yeah, you're right. Denise, rain today and tomorrow. Like, wow.
yeah, it's supposed to rain. I mean, I'm ready for it.
So
They finally fixed the leak in the in my house, but it leaked just barely a little, so it's not really completely like fixed.
Yeah.
And let's see, we'll call the guy again, but it's taking forever to get here.
Is it your roof leaking, Denise?
Yeah, we have brand new roofs on both houses, and it started leaking in this one, and we're like, "What the hell?" So it was in the hallway, in the closet.
Shouldn't be
And
leaking.
they came months later. They came. Well, not even the same guy. The same guy, the guy that did it, ditched me. And then another guy came, and he's like, "Oh, he didn't do it right." So,
Oh no.
and they tried to fix it. So we had to wait for rain for like 3 months, and then we finally got rain. And yeah.
Yeah, my roof just got done too. So thank God, right before all the rain started,
All right.
It's been a while. Yeah.
Jump on, Miss Shana.
Yes.
I like it, but
Yes.
yeah, we gotta plan that.
If you're ready and down, go for it. If not, we'll plan something. The link is there for whoever can jump on. I wanted to bring something up to you guys because I have a personal friend that was telling me, okay, she goes out every year and for New Year's and just has fun. You know what I mean? Like nothing out of the norm, I guess. I just don't, I guess I'm the one that's like abnormal. I don't get out so much, but obviously you guys know, like I'm going to start doing that stuff. My life has started changing where I can do those things going forward. I'm going to. But one thing that she brought up is how she went out with someone new this year for New Year's, and she did not like the way that I guess this guy reacted to the crowd. She said that it made her very uncomfortable how he became like aggressive when he felt like anybody would speak to her. And mind you, they just started like talking. They're not like in a committed relationship or whatever.
Yeah.
So she was asking me, like, do you think this is normal? Like somebody being jealous right away. Like if somebody said hello to her when they went out, this guy would be kind of puffed up and she could feel like he didn't say anything, but she felt like his energy shifted right away. And she wasn't being overly friendly or flirtatious or anything like that. And I don't know. I feel like in a way, personally, if they're barely talking, that could be a red flag.
Yeah, it sounds like he's controlling and stuff like that, like, and jealous or something. That's not a good thing. And you're just barely talking to them. Nah.
Yeah. Hey, Randy, hugs.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Girl. I mean,
Run away from him.
yeah, right. I feel like if that's something where they're barely getting to know each other, then it's a little more concerning. Next time we'll do it. But I don't know, even in a relationship where you've been with someone a long time or you're married, like do you guys feel like there is a time and place for jealousy, or do you feel like that's like completely annoying and off limits all the time?
I feel jealousy ruins relationships. You know what I'm saying? But I like in my situation, when somebody disrespects my lady, then I'm gonna handle it. You know what I'm saying? But people are gonna look and whatever, but other things, it's like it's no good. It kills the relationship, Yeah. It's no
Okay.
good.
Okay.
But honestly,
I mean, when I was younger, I used to be.
Yeah.
I think that it just comes if something happens for you to have to think that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
that's a lack of trust, is what it is, and insecurity, and insecurity.
And that's like that hit me in my 20s with my husband, and I was like, wasted energy, man. You know what I mean? Like it was just like, forget it. If I'm gonna worry when he's at work and worry about stuff like, and right now I laugh at it because I'm like, that's for the birds, like for real.
Right.
Like you're killing yourself by being that way is basically what you're doing. You're being miserable and you're
And then I was insecure.
Somebody else,
Yeah. If you're insecure and you don't have, you don't love yourself, then you're gonna end up being like that. So.
Yeah. I think you're right. That's a big part of it. I've been on both ends of it. Like I have been the person who's felt jealous, and looking back, I'm like, how stupid. I felt like I don't know, the way I talk to myself, I probably shouldn't speak to myself like that, but how dumb that I felt that way. Or, I mean, I shouldn't have, but that's part of us growing, right? And every year, like us maturing, there's times that we're going to go through that, like maybe feeling a little jealous of a situation. But ultimately, something that I learned is if you and your partner are good, like I don't think it's like her situation, my friend, I think that's a little odd that someone she's barely talking to got jealous. I do think that's a red flag. But if it's someone that you're in a committed relationship or a marriage with, I think that a lot of it has to do with your partner. Like, how does your partner address the situation? If someone's coming up and talking to you and it's normal conversation, everything should be good, right? But if somebody's overly like doing too much, we all know there's a line. We know there's a line that can be crossed, right?
Yeah.
And I think it can go both ways. Like your partner should be able to trust that you will dead that situation so they don't have to get into nothing. And it's up to us, as if you're in a relationship, as the partner of someone, to make sure that we do kind of put that situation aside if it's happening when we go out. Like, don't play into the like googly eyes when someone's talking or whatever the situation may have been. Like, we know when someone's being overly friendly or flirtatious.
Flirtatious,
My husband's the sweetest, freaking nicest guy, and that to me used to like be like, damn, why are you so nice? Like, why are you so nice to her?
Denise.
That's how I used to be, and I was like, dang.
There's nothing wrong with being polite or nice to somebody, man. It's a good thing, man. But it's when you're doing something else wrong, then that's another story, But if you're just being nice to somebody, hey, there's nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Like, just being friendly, that's fine, right? But being overly friendly or just doing too much, you need to be able to.
When a person starts touching the other one, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, and touching and feeling, like, wait a minute, then there's something wrong there.
Yeah. And you know what? I think, I don't know. We can pick up on the energy around us as well. Like, we can feel pretty much if somebody's intentions are other than being just friendly or greeting you or your partner. Definitely. Don't do to them what you don't want done to you. That is the truth.
That's right. There you go.
Right? Because that I have been in some crazy situations where obviously I'm not going to put this in a time frame or anything, but if somebody basically, if your partner is telling you, if you make eye contact with someone, you know, it's on, like, I'm going to crack this guy. How dare you say hello? Oh my gosh, that's pressure. That's
It's fun. You know what you said right now, right? I'm laughing because I seen this TikTok video, or I think it was on TikTok or a reel.
I don't know.
yeah.
This girl's getting in an elevator, and she's very pretty.
Mhm.
And the lady's sitting right and standing right here, his wife, and he's standing right here, right behind her. The lady gets in, and then his wife looks up at him like, "What are you looking at?" Right? So he just looking straight like this, right? And then all of a sudden she comes in and turns around. And it's a joke. I don't know if it's true or not, but his eyes started going this way, and this way. And she's over looking at him like this, like, what are
Yep.
you looking at? And
I
his eyes
wish
just
you
went
would,
crazy.
huh?
That cracked me up, man. I had to laugh.
That's crazy, right?
Give me a second, Jen, real quick, because I got to get something.
Yeah, go ahead.
A second.
Go for it. So I can see how, you know, it can go both ways. Like if you're being overly whatever, doing too much, or there's times it can be realistic. But ultimately, I think the smart thing to do is make sure that you end up in a relationship where your partner makes you feel confident and comfortable with who you are in that relationship. And if somebody's being out of line or out of pocket, that they handle it if it's involving them. And
I would always say,
overly like that with yourself, that you handle it so you don't get each other mixed up in any kind of altercation, you know?
yeah. Hold on.
Yeah. Okay.
Go.
Mrs. Chicano too says that's right, Randy. Do unto others like they said. Yeah, the golden rule.
Yeah, it took a while. You know, I think, and you just grow with age. You just like,
Mhm.
it's really not a big thing. And you know what? I always look at girls, like if I see a pretty girl and I'm like, oh, damn, she's freaking pretty, you know?
Mhm. Mhm.
And I always give compliments. I think
Me
my
too.
husband, he's like, damn, he talks so much to people. And you just like, but that's just me, you know, and I'll compliment a girl, you know, and I love to do that. Like think Randy Jean's beautiful. I think
Yes.
Miss Chicana's beautiful. I always
All
tell
of
her,
the ladies here, yes, and
you
the
know,
gentlemen. Like there's, I think
girls,
that's
I love them. I love how they, you know, and that's what attracts your energy to somebody else. You know what I mean?
right.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
if I see a person that's all mad or whatever, you know, that's very rare, but
Mhm.
I'll go up to them, man, and just tell, you know, can I pray for you? Or, hey, what's up? You know, are you good? Or, you know, whatever. It's just
Mhm.
the way that I am, you know?
Yeah, you definitely do give that energy to, and that's good because I feel like, and I have been in situations like that where there was a chick at this old pharmacy I used to go to, right? And she always, God bless her heart, had a stank face. I don't know how else to explain it. Like every time she
No,
would,
yeah.
and I noticed, like, because there was always a line, girl, always a line.
Wow.
Every time I'd be there, she would have that stank face when she was waiting on a female, and particularly an attractive female. And, you know, finally I was like, I don't know how to deal with her because she's always angry when she's helping women, it seemed like.
Yeah.
And one day I was just like, let me just be kind to her and give her a compliment, you know?
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know what? I really like your braids. Like, who did them? And it ended up being really cool because it ended up being my homegirl that does braids that did her hair. So there was like a little connection there. And just breaking the ice and sort of like, and I did like them. It's not like I was being dishonest. And it sort of broke the ice. And I realized this girl wasn't like stuck up or snobbish at all. She just, whatever the situation was within her, she needed someone to break that ice and just be cool with, I don't know,
So
giving
you
her.
talked to her after that? Is it like you know, is it cool after that? Like,
Yeah. As a matter of
Hey,
fact, yeah.
ladies,
You
I
really
gotta cut this session short. You know, I'm in pain right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
My daughter is like that. My daughter has that
right
face,
here.
you know,
And
that
I'm just
face.
like, so I gotta drop a couple of Tylenols and stuff like that. So
Okay, house. All right.
sorry.
Okay. No
No, I'll
problem.
be okay.
Feel
So I
better.
just gotta rest because I'm dealing with it. I'm like, no, just keep on going. Keep not.
Right
Yes,
on.
But, yeah, I'm in pain right now. So
Keep you in prayer.
yes,
no,
hermano.
I'll be good. I'll be good. I just gotta rest it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
So you guys have a blessed day. Until next time, next Tuesday.
Yes.
God bless you all. Everything's going good, and we'll talk to you later.
Okay, we'll see you then. Have a good.
Yeah. Didn't feel better.
Yeah. No prayers for house. That's we all deal with some form of pain on the panel here, so we understand. Yeah.
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 What was I gonna say? I was saying something and I
You
interrupted you.
gonna say something about someone you know, I think, right?
Oh, my daughter's face.
Yeah.
Like she has that face, and
Mhm.
it's I don't know what it is because she's not even like that.
Right.
Like, oh, thank you, Miss Diaz.
Yes, thank
Oh,
you.
Miss Queen.
Right? That fits. That's very
I
fitting.
give her that name, Miss Queen. She's just
Right.
so, she's so.
Yes.
I love her energy too.
I agree.
And
That name is very fitting.
yeah, so
I feel like, okay, so also it can be misconstrued. Like the way I maybe was looking at that girl or feeling that vibe from her at the pharmacy, some people have sort of said the same thing to me. And with myself, it's not ever, because I don't view myself as any of that. I'm just very shy in real life. So that can come off to people as standoffish or in real life, it's totally different for me than like how we're sitting right here. I'm actually really shy. So like once somebody breaks the ice, it's a different feeling. But
you would never know. Yeah, you would never know that you're shy.
That's, you know what? There's another person that was in the chat here and he had told me the same thing. He's like, I don't believe that. Like, no, it's true.
Yeah.
Like if somebody knows me in real life, the people closest to me, they know that that's something that I had struggled with, like being very shy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Miss Diaz said, what do you think about DMV? I think that DMV workers and just in retail itself, right? You got to deal with so many different people. And I think that's the hard part. Being that you're at work for 8 hours, dealing with different types of people, it's like, man, I would get tired of that. I don't think.
You know what? I have something I can also say about that. So, and this, I don't want to put her name, but eventually, I hope to. We've talked about it for years now, but she's just not ready. There's a lady that I met at the DMV years ago, and it was when the most traumatic time of my life. It was when my father's vehicle and the fifth wheel that he was actually found in were being housed in the police departments. They hold it for evidence. So they had been held there in their evidence yard for like 2 years while the trial was going on. And then all of a sudden I get this notice. I think it was from maybe the DA, could have been police. I'm not sure. It's been 8-9 years now, telling me that since I'm next of kin, I'm responsible for going and picking these items up. And at first I'm like thinking, well, okay, I definitely want my dad's vehicle, but why would I even want the fifth wheel that you guys found him in, his body in, to just put it truthfully. But I didn't have a choice. They're like, that's not our problem. You are next of kin. You are listed as, the administrator of his estate. You have to go pick it up. So think about it. 2 years of sitting in there. I didn't think for a minute they would be charging for that because it's evidence. No, they were charging a daily fee for those vessels being held there. Can you imagine my shock that if you don't pick it up, it was like a Friday. Yeah. Then it's going to be I forget how much more over that holiday weekend.
Damn.
Girl, there is no way I could. It was thousands of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
More than probably what it was worth, right?
Yeah. I mean, no, because they were both pretty new, but still yet, when you're someone that I was not living in a situation where I could have afforded something like that.
Yeah.
So when I went into the DMV and the lady that worked there that helped me told me the price to get them out, like just to get clearance to drive them off the lot, I just broke down into tears.
Yeah.
I wasn't even operating in my right state of mind during all that, you know, understandably.
Right.
But she saw something I was going through, and I just opened up to her and I kind of told her a little bit of why they were being held. And she's like, that's not right. That's not cool.
No.
And she did mention that she had a son who was murdered some years back. And it's like an instant, almost bond. You know what I mean? Like she understood that pain. And I felt like God really placed her in that particular window that I walked up to in that moment.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not saying her name or nothing, but let me just tell you this. She was my angel that day.
Wow.
And she made a way where I was able to get those items out at a price that I probably had $3 left over to my name after that.
Dang.
But I was like, look at God, like this woman was literally placed in my path.
Yeah.
And I will never forget that. And I will always be so grateful.
Dang.
And to this day, I think of her, I message her. And thank you, Sphinx. And she's just, I always say, you were my angel that day. I'm never going to forget that. You were my angel. And I had noticed something, like people are, like I get it, like people are so uptight in the DMV and the workers.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw a post that she made recently because we started following each other on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And she said something like, and I never thought about it. She's like, to all of those that only hit me up when they need something from the DMV, like just know, like that really hurts me or something like that. And I thought about it. I was like, you know what? Not that all of us do that, but it probably does wear some of those workers down.
Yeah.
You can only imagine. Some of them probably really do get a lot of people saying like, hey, help me out with this. Or can I? Yeah. And God bless her heart. She was just a sweetheart that day to a complete stranger, you know?
Yeah. But, you know, and I think about that too, like what you're saying, how she must get, you know, a lot of people asking her for favors, you know, and stuff like that. But, you know, bless her heart. I would never, like, I don't even do that. I don't say, oh, because you're, you know, my nephew's a tattoo artist.
Mm-hmm.
I can go to him and I could say, he could probably give me a free tattoo. You know what I mean? But I don't look for that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Man, but having an angel on your side like that is amazing, especially when you see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, God reveals those people to you, and it's like, dang, that's a trip. Like I don't know if I told you, but my daughter had filmed me. I had my cowboy jersey on, and my daughter filmed me pointing up to the sky to a rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
And she had just started this job, kind of, you know, and her supervisor would always talk to her about God. And one day she shared with my daughter that her son had passed away of a fentanyl overdose.
Oh my God.
And my daughter was like, man, you know what? She was like just tripping. They were talking, and then my daughter showed her the video of me. I don't know why or how that came up, sports or whatever, you know. So she's like, yeah, look, my mom's, you know, Cowboy fan, and then she was like, her mouth dropped. My daughter said, literally, her mouth dropped. Like she goes, you know what? My son was a Cowboy fan.
Oh.
She goes, and I haven't brought myself to watch a game in years. And I think I'm ready. You know, she goes, when they had his viewing, they put his jersey in a framed a jersey for him, you know, and gave it to her. And she was like, you know, I'm good. Like, that's confirmation, you know.
Yeah.
Not only confirmation, but like my daughter has a supervisor that's a Christian and that loves her and talks about God, you know, freely at the workplace with her. And that to me is like, it just sets my heart, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. That's a huge blessing to have that.
Huge blessing.
That's another, you know, just like what you said right there, like God placed your daughter in that woman's path that day for a reason, you know, even if it was just to bring her out of that moment, like, oh, my son.
And it did. It uplifted her. She's like, you know, she's ready to watch a game, and she's
yeah.
So it's cool. It's just a cool thing, you know, when you see that blessing and you see that miracle, like you said with your grandma. It's
yeah. I know. I just feel like I love encouraging each other. Hey, OG Scotty, how are you? Cheers.
OG Scotty. Goyo.
Yes, always good to see you. Goyo, you on here, homeboy? How are you? Good to see you. Well, someone's setting off fireworks out here. Look at that's crazy. It's raining right now.
Really? Dang.
Yeah.
Bye, Poppy.
See you next time. God bless.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know it's raining kind of hard. I love the sound of rain though. I don't want to drive in it, but listening to it, I could like, that's when I'm gonna sleep my most peaceful and everything. I love it.
I know it sounds so beautiful.
Yeah.
Those frogs, man, I would love to hear that all day.
Right? Oh my gosh, they're too much at nighttime sometimes if you're not used to it, but if you're used to it, you know how if you're around something long enough, you kind of tune it out. Yeah, but they're going off right now because of the rain.
Oh, I didn't know that, Miss Queen. I didn't know she was a Cowboy fan. That's right. Thank you for my room. Yeah, I know. I don't even know what I'm going to do after. I have to keep it this way, you know, after football season.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. So,
as a matter of fact, shout out to, I don't know his last name, but he has a channel. I've got to find it and put it on here. Shout out to Mike. I think he's on the East Coast. He's always like he's on my Instagram, my business Instagram, and he's mentioned your Cowboys room before. He's like, I see you guys streaming live, and
oh yeah,
he's a Cowboys fan. Remember I told you about him?
Yeah,
and
he wants me to go live with him.
Yeah. So shout out to him. He's always very friendly and like really loves the Cowboys room. So you got to keep it going, sis. Mr. Goyle, yeah. How about them San Francisco 49ers?
How about them Niners? I hope we play them again, man. I think we might. I don't know.
Yes, isn't the rain?
Yeah, since feeling a lot better after we talked and prayed. That was good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm grateful that we can do that. You know, I'm so grateful for you, for people that are in our lives that like are there for a reason, and I look forward to this. You know, spending time with you here and with everyone in the chat. Like now we, you know, even if like we're all feeling a certain way, like or something's going on, you know, like Joker had mentioned his niece, I believe, right? Like got her name written down, Mariah. We can all keep her on our prayer list and, you know, keep communicating and keep it going.
They're so scary. So you don't want
Niners are scary, right? Have you been to a game?
I do want to see the Niners play Cowboys again.
Mm-hmm.
What was I gonna say?
Amen, Spanx. What he said right here. Hold on. I love it when it rains. It feels like everything's been washed away. I'm trying to remember the church song. I remember when I was a little kid, they would sing it. It's beginning to rain. Like, I don't know if that was just
it's beginning to rain. And
hear the voice of the Father saying, who shall ever sin? Be washed. I need to ask my mom. But I remember that song, like the tune of it in my mind. And I think of it when it starts to rain. And I feel that
when it's windy, that's when I feel like things are just, you know, like things are just gone. What, you know, just it just takes everything away. That's how I feel when it's windy.
Thank you, Fred.
Oh, I was gonna say, like my mom's 80.
Mm-hmm.
know, and I'm grateful every day for her. Like she's not, she hasn't got sick or anything like that, and praise God. So
Yes.
just her age, it's just like, man, my mom's 80. Can you believe that?
Yeah. Thank God for our mama.
That's a life lived, right? That's a long life.
Yes, that's a blessed life, and
Yeah.
that she's got you, her granddaughters. You guys are so good to her, and it's such a blessing to see that. I was thinking that too. Like, it feels so good to see my mom happy or smile or enjoy something. Like right now, she's super into and I never would have thought it either, and she wouldn't have either, but cactuses, succulents, and she's like, that's her thing right now. And she's just going off with them, and she's counting how many of them she's got, and like doing different things. And it makes my heart so happy to see her enjoying her life. And with everything that we've been through, with having her only son incarcerated and not knowing the future of that and what that holds, it makes a big difference. It's a big deal to me to try and make sure my mom smiles, and there's moments of seeing her happy, especially being the only other. Basically, it feels like I'm an only child, and I don't say that like for me, like, oh, I'm an only, for her, like I try to be. And I'm sure I don't do it all right, of course, but I try to fill in the gaps as much as I can and be like, I'm here. Even during Christmas, I would try to put a little gift, and I put my brother's name on it, just so she feels, like,
right on.
Oh, this from my son,
Yeah. Oh, that's sweet.
I try to. I've never been to a game, Miss Chicano, too. I've never been to. Nope. Can you believe that? I'm not that far, but
I go to preseason games. Sorry.
Okay.
Because the games are a lot more expensive when it's like the season. So my husband always, when they're down here, the Cowboys, or in San Diego, we travel to San Diego or to LA. That's as far as I go, when they're here.
Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate you, Miss Chicano, too. That's right.
Con la suerte.
Yeah. Right. That's so fitting right now.
So yeah, man, you gotta go to a game. Once you go to a game, it's just like you're hooked.
I think it will be that way, right? Like I feel like I don't know. I've always thought like I don't do well with crowds, but I've never really been out to even know that. Like so many things have been talking here and there, changing in my life. Like going forward, I'm definitely going to be, experiencing some new things.
See, Jojo? Wait, who's your team though?
Right, Jojo? Me? Oh my gosh. Denise, I'm so mixed up. I'm like so I think I had told you before.
Yeah.
That my family is like legit Cowboys and Niners down the middle.
Damn.
But back in the day, like when I was going to school and all that, like I liked the Raiders. So I need to get a little more in touch to like what's really up with the teams and all that before I like put my own personal stamp on it, I guess. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I normally
I'll pay what? Unless it's a
Jojo. I believe you.
Man, he's hardcore, man.
Jojo, who is your team?
Huh?
Remind me, Jojo, who's Jojo's team? Who do you go for?
Probably the freaking Raiders.
Let me know.
I'm from Arizona, but Arizona don't have a team.
I like us. Thanks.
Thanks.
That's cool. Oh,
Falcons. Hell?
Okay. Have you always been a Falcons fan, or how did that?
How'd that happen?
How did that go down? Falcons are where? What state is that?
I have no idea.
Okay, Jojo, now you got us thinking. That's dangerous. You got two blondes thinking right now.
Oh.
Right.
Right now, I wish
I had been a Niners fan. I became a Cowboys fan because of my brother. Same thing. We're my family too, down the middle like that. So I was always confused. I didn't know who to go for.
Started as a Niner. Yeah, my brothers are. One of them's Rams, one of them's Giants, and the other one that passed away was Chargers.
Oh,
so
okay.
I have the whole mixed. My husband's a Rams fan. He Atlanta.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's right. I thought it was Atlanta, but I was like, I didn't want to say unless I was sure. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, and Spanx, you go for the Colts, huh?
No, we're the Colts.
I know. You guys are making me. I gotta like get into it this year.
I just pay attention to my Cowboys. That's all.
Right.
Like they won their last game, and it was crazy because it was a call that was just, oh my God, 23 seconds left in the game.
Really?
20-19. They're playing the Lions.
Yeah. At 1 point, right?
Dude, that ref called something that was like, wait, what?
Oh, that's right. It was something crazy, right? Like
something about, them not talking to the ref, and it was just crazy.
Right. The whole checking thing. See, that's the same way, Christine. I wish Mikey and I could wear the same jersey. I can't stand it. My kids, when the Niners and Cowboys play, they laugh at me. Yeah. See, that's how I feel like my family would be too. So I'm always trying to stay neutral. Not
my girls know, man, Sunday or they played on Saturday now, but Sunday, they usually play on Sundays, and the girls know, like, get out of my way, stay out of my way. Yeah. My brother's Saturday was.
I was a Niners fan. I cheered for them, but got older and changed to the Falcons. Okay. Yeah.
Well, better than a Raider fan. Shoot.
Okay, so I take it you've got beef with the Raiders.
They don't play right. Everybody from LA is a Raider fan, and it's just like, man, they don't do nothing for their fans. It's like, come on now, like, win a game. You know what I mean? I'm just like, okay, but
right.
It's just me. I just clown. I mean, it's really clowning at the end of the day. It's not.
Yeah, I mean, we got to have a little fun with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird calls the last couple games for the boys. Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's right.
Nope, I don't think he has access to anything to be able to do that. Yeah, the way they have him.
They're not the same. What are you talking about? We're like 12-5. Raiders are freaking like 2-3. I don't even know where they're at.
Right, Christine. I mean, I have some family members from my family. They were Raiders fans and crazy like about those games. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And what is it called? The black hole that would always go down? Is that how they call it? The part that they would go be in at the game, and it would get crazy. Yeah. I never went to a game.
Games down here get crazy with the Raider fans. I mean, they hurt. They knock people out. So it's kind of like, yeah. They killed. We had like a situation where they killed some guy out in the parking lot.
Damn.
Yeah, he fell. They knocked him out. He fell, hit his head, and he didn't come back from it. So stuff like that is like, man, that bothers me, because you don't own the team. We don't own the team. It's like, we're fans,
Mm-hmm.
When you're like a crazy fan, like, that's way out.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
I know. I always think about that one. I think it happened up here, if I'm not mistaken, but it was baseball, the Dodgers and Giants. There's always little beef that goes on, but they had got this guy, really, he was jumped and done dirty really bad, and he had brain damage and everything. And I always think about that and how far people took, their alliance. And
Yeah.
Just crazy to take it that far, you know.
Heck
Hey
yeah.
Fred, happy New Year's to you and the fam. Hope everyone's good. Good to see you guys. Go check out Fred's channel if you haven't already. He's got a channel. Another local guy right here. He knows a lot about music, history. Check him out.
It's supposed to rain down here. I wonder. I don't even know if it started, but
Tomorrow, you said?
yeah. I missed the rain 2 days ago. It rained in the morning, and I was like, "Wait, what?" I came outside and it was all wet, and I was like, "It rained." Okay.
I know.
I was like, "Yeah, you didn't hear?" Like, "Oh, nope."
Yeah.
I can't.
That's funny. Yeah, maybe this year I'll go to a game too. I don't know whose game or where, but you never know.
Yeah, JoJo's gonna buy you a ticket, so just
Right? As long as it's not what? Cowboys, you said?
And there's what?
An AZ if you
What?
fight and okay, an AZ if you fight and someone hits their head and dies, you don't get charged with murder because of what if they had a fragile skull defense? What?
What?
Are you serious? That's an actual defense?
Wow.
Fragile skull defense. For real, JoJo?
That's weird.
I've never heard of that before in my life. Interesting.
That is interesting. My brother just moved to Arizona. Matter of fact, he's in.
Yes, Banks, that one too.
It's in Surprise. It's called Surprise, Arizona. That's where my brother moved to.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, he moved there about a week ago.
Okay.
So I don't know if JoJo knows. I'm sure he knows where that's at.
Yeah, JoJo, have you heard of that? Surprise, Arizona? It rained in Salinas today. Thank God it's not like last year. Yes, Christine, I know.
Yeah.
The rain.
We haven't got the rain yet, though. Like, we get rain at the end of January, February, right?
Yeah, we're barely getting it right now, kind of. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they called. Wait, that's what it's called. Seen 3 guys get their head cracked open, and they just put you on in the hole for like 30 days. Wow.
What? That's crazy. Arizona, man, there are some crazy ass laws.
There's some that are way different than here. So true.
We gotta look those laws up. Maybe next Tuesday we can talk about the new laws that passed, because some of them are really out there.
We need to, that one, the one you brought up about getting pulled over, and then also that one we had messaged each other, just the gun law, right? They're trying to make that.
Yeah.
We need to brush up on that stuff. You're right. We should know, right? Where we live, we should know what's going on around here.
Yeah, for sure. You know, all I know is that Gavin Newsom needs to go. He's the one that made these crazy laws that you can't carry anymore, and that's just insane.
And is that that's what I need to look into? Is he saying even if you have a license?
Yeah, if you have a license, you can't carry anymore.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's just crazy, right? It's like, what? That's our right to bear arms. That's like, no.
Why you fill out all that paperwork and get cleared is to have that. Yeah.
And only certain people can carry. You know, if you have a business, if you, I'm from the Southern
California. Yeah.
So yeah, if you have a business and you deal with money, you know, you work at a bank or like you transfer, money, you have the right to carry. Of course, you have to go through all the process, but now he's saying that you can't. So it's like, what? That's getting too much into your space,
Yeah, that's crazy. I want to check more into that.
That's crazy. Newsom gotta go. I like Chicana. I like the way she thinks when
right. I love how bold she is too. She don't care.
Because when it comes to voting, like she said earlier, don't vote on your feelings. It's like, everybody hates Trump, but he's the one that did a lot of shit for us, And I don't know if we could talk about that, but
we need to do that. That's one thing I would like to have her on for, and we could talk. That's exactly the name my stepfather calls him too, Newscum. Yeah.
Hey, they're tapping into your phone messages now too. That AT&T, you see about that?
I'm telling you, there's some things going on. Yeah. we definitely need to talk about that. Let's see. We'll talk behind the scenes and get Mrs. Chicano Tube on. In California, if someone is in the chat commits a crime, everyone in the chat is going down. Right? And I've had some acquaintances, from school that caught a case over just being in the car with someone that they didn't know they were going to do something, and they did, and they were charged just as equally as the person that allegedly was a shooter. It happens, yeah. Even pocket knives laws have changed, says Spanx. I got to check that out. Yeah, I don't understand how our people can't see what the Democrats are doing in our cities. Wow. I will say this, I need to educate myself more because I don't do a lot as far as politics, but I feel like a personal responsibility lately, like I need to look into things deeper. Yeah, respect it. Okay, I'm gonna drop a link here in a second. Hold on. Let's see.
That's crazy how they're talking about surprise.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
It is a growing city, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just built the houses right there. What does it say?
Yeah, Newsom is anti-constitution. Yeah, from what he's doing, that's the truth. And Jesse, my primo, stomps around over there. Many drug addicts, from what I've seen. Yeah, that's crazy. If they have a spring mechanism to open, you can't have those anymore. Oh, for the pocket knives. Okay. See, even things like that, Spanx, like, it's good that we can share that information because, what if we don't know? And some of us have teenagers that they wouldn't know that stuff if, a friend was like, hey, check this out, how cool, hold this, or even if they had it, we need to share that information. Let me know, Jen and Denise, we can, make a great topic. I'd love to talk about it. Eyes, we went through voting. Yes. Yes, let's do it. I'm down. I know Denise is down.
Yeah.
Should we build more prisons in Cali? I don't know about that. I feel like we have a lot of prisons.
Yeah, I think the prison, we haven't heard about that, but I think about it still.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? Jojo says Trump for life. Okay, I am going to drop this link. Now, I think it started already, so I'm going to go ahead and do this because that's what we do as co-workers, neighbors, right? Gilu's new show is on right now. And you guys should go check it out. I swear, I'm going to get better at this in the future too. Like, I got to get my...
What are you trying to do? Drop the link?
My technology stuff. Yeah, here it is. Okay. There it is. Okay. You guys go check out Gilu's new show, Changing the Game. I believe he has a guest on tonight that I think it's in movies. So go check him out and support. That's what we do, right? Until then, we appreciate everyone in the chat. Sister, so good to see you, Denise.
Same here, sis. Yep.
We will be in touch. Matter of fact, we'll call you in just a few. But until then, thank you guys. It was so good to see everyone. And
take care. Have a good New Year's and
good New Year's,
everybody.
Yeah. You know what? About the name Fred, I'm going to use that comment and tap in with that next week, and we'll go ahead and answer to the best of our abilities on that comment and make sure we answer that for you.
That's right, Jojo.
Okay.
So, all right, guys.
All right. Much love, you guys. Have a good night. Go check out Gilu's channel. Tap into the link. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for being here.